So I did dry January, and I decided, why not continue? You know, I've tried dry January before, but I've never went further. You know what I mean? Ever since I've been like 18, 19, 20, I don't think there's been a consistent time in my life for a long period of time with zero alcohol. And I'm saying not a drop. There's been times where it's been in moderation here and there, you know, not much, but it's always been there. So I decided to take the opportunity to try no alcohol longer. What is up, everybody? Oleg here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the video. Basically, I was doing dry January and I was like, let me take this further. My goal was 2 months. I ended up doing 46 days, but still the effects were marvelous. So I wanted to share with you my experience and the effects, the benefits, how I was feeling from my time off alcohol and my ambitions to do longer. So I wanted to do around 2 months and see how I feel, because 1 month is good, but I want to take it further than that, right? At the start, I definitely had cravings, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, drinking is fun. Y'all, like, the buzz feeling is great, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. In moderation, you could argue it's fine, but yeah, just the culture around it, and I'm not gonna, like, I've had my fun time with alcohol, and I still do sometimes, you know, 100%. But I wanted to try no alcohol, not a single drop. I definitely had cravings at the start. I had a good system, I'm not gonna lie, replacing this habit with NAs. NAs have been a lifesaver because you still get the taste and you're still like part of it, but obviously no alcohol. So those have been a great replacement and surprisingly work very well. So if anybody wants to try going no alcohol, I recommend trying NAs if you ever have the cravings. The effects, let's go over it. I definitely had a lot better sleep. I'm not gonna lie, my sleep was a lot better. Better focus. A lot better focus regarding things because you're not going through those health issues where you're feeling groggy and you're feeling like the hangovers, the grogginess, even a few beers sometimes. Like, you think it's not doing much, but then like you feel so tired and groggy. At least like as you age, like maybe when you're 18, 19 it has zero effect, but at my point of life I'm in right now, like it's still not bad. Like obviously I'm not like old, but like I'm not 18 though. And I definitely feel those effects, especially beer. Beer feels super heavy sometimes, super heavy, super groggy. So not having those feelings was great. So better focus, better productivity, you know what I mean? Better health and energy. So just in general, just feeling good, feeling healthy. And one realization I've made is I have allergies. I have allergy issues. And whenever I drink, sometimes it expedites the allergy issues. And I get these rashes, these scratchiness. None of that without drinking. With zero alcohol, allergy issues were a lot better too. Huge benefit. Another huge benefit I noticed is being more present, like not needing that dopamine for every single situation. So you go out with the boys, you do this, you do that, and you always want, I feel like culture and society has brought us to always want to have a drink with it to like elevate that dopamine. I was in the Texas sun and I was having cravings to have a beer to elevate the dopamine I was having from the sun. But why can't I just enjoy the sun, right? So I controlled myself, didn't have a beer, and then I actually felt better dopamine from these natural life dopamine hits, you know? Enjoying the sun, enjoying the weather, enjoying the people around me. There's something in our brains where like we get dopamine and we want to increase that dopamine with even more dopamine and keep elevating it. But why do you need to keep elevating it? You know what I mean? When you could just keep it at that natural base, beautiful dopamine. So that is an effect that I was like, wow, I'm like, the sun's hitting me and I'm just feeling so good and I don't need alcohol or a buzz, you know what I mean? So that was huge, like actually feeling those feelings again. And now so before you ask, like, now are you on zero alcohol or whatever? So I had a few life events and stuff where I had a few drinks in moderation, and then I actually had a bit more on another occasion. But and my after effects after going through this 45 days is actually, I don't even have the cravings as much anymore. Like my body does not crave it as much, to the point where even in these social events, I'm not craving a ton of, you know what I mean? So right now I'm sticking to moderation, but I have a goal of doing even more. So I did roughly month and a half, 2 months, whatever. So my goal is to do 2, 3, 4 months. At one point, my life do 6 months, see the overall effects. As of now, it's just moderation and like basically social event moderation. And I don't even have the cravings as much, which is huge effect from going through this time period. So I recommend anyone that wants, try it out, like month, 2, 3. Yeah, that is wild. Like I do not have the cravings as much as I used to. So I'm sticking to moderation. And the very first beer I had after this time period, or very first sip of alcohol, I felt like my body was actually like rejecting it. Where you go through, you just, after drinking like regularly on occasion, or after drinking regularly consistently, it starts to feel natural. So once you get off of it, and then you have your first drink again, it's almost like your body is rejecting it as the poison that it actually is, that you got used to it being normal, you know? So my body was like rejecting it. It like hit me so hard. My head started to hurt after that first drink I had. I'm not gonna lie. After this time period, like, blows my mind. I was literally, I literally felt like nauseous. My head hurt, you know, all of the above, which is wild. This is just sharing my experience, what like I went through. So obviously do what you want. It's just for educational purposes. Moderation is probably fine, but like, I just feel like everybody's got to go through a time period where they try just cutting it off 100% for a longer period of time to then actually see the effects of your body, how you feel, and seeing it from a different lens once your body's like cleansed of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, hope that helped. Thank you guys for watching. Those are my 2 cents from my experience of going through this habit change experimentation. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have had similar experiences and what are your thoughts on alcohol. Thank you. Make sure to check out these videos. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Stay blessed, and I will see you next time in the next video. Peace out. Have a great day.